Alright, I'm somewhere in Colorado between Grand Junction and Denver. Stopping in a suburb of Denver today while I take a break and eat some sardines. A dog just sneezed. I need a fork, hold on. While I eat sardines right here, I'll tell you, there's a cooler just below the camera in the trunk. My voucher drinks are in the cooler. I needed some ice. Yesterday, I went to Vaughn's. Hold on one second. I went to a Vaughn's to get ice. I got a donut also, but only two things I got. I'm in line pretty quickly. I stood in line for about 10 minutes before anyone left the store from any of the 4 lines. I know what you're thinking. You wish it were 3 lines. No, it was 4 lines. Nothing was happening. The guy, eventually my line moves a little, and the guy 2 in front of me, there's a couple that didn't seem to speak English in front of me. In front of them is a guy. He was online just to buy gum, which is shocking to go into a supermarket, because wherever he was before the supermarket, he probably passed about 20 gas stations to get to the supermarket. He's only getting gum. People, this is how slow it was. People were leaving their carts in line and going back into the aisles to shop more because it was so slow. They knew they wouldn't have to move their carts up. One guy left. He was on the belt, like 3 ahead of me, with 2 bags of Cheetos and a bottle of Coke, and he left because it was so slow. This is how slow it was. This guy chose to stay for gum. He gets there, and of course this can't go quickly. I couldn't hear exactly what was going on because I wasn't right next to him. It sounded like he paid with a credit card, a MasterCard specifically, and for some reason it was 13 cents more than he thought. Don't know why he chose to pay with it being 13 cents more, but he did. The transaction happened. Now he's complaining, and that's what it sounded like. I'm not 100%. It sounded like he thought they charged him 13 cents more. So he tries to get a refund instantly. For some reason, the fact that it was a MasterCard meant you couldn't get refunds. I don't know if it was debit or credit. I don't know, but the cashier, who was also a manager, kept mentioning the fact that it was a MasterCard. He couldn't do a refund on the MasterCard. Eventually gives the guy a cash refund. What? Like, it's like some kind of like really low level like money laundering operation that seems to be going on. He paid for gum. How much could gum be? $1.50? He paid $1.50 in credit and then instantly returned it and got $1.50 in cash, or whatever the price of the gum was. I don't know what the hell was going on. Something really weird was happening. I want to give that guy enough credit to think that he's not the dumbest person in the world to stand there in line forever for gum and then not realize the price before he inserted his credit card and then asked for a refund on gum instantly. Like, you would really need to be one of the dumbest people who ever lived to do that. I think something mischievous was going on. I wish I were closer and could have inquired or at least heard every single word of the transaction going on between the employee and the gum guy. Anyway, it took a really long time. Probably felt longer than it was. Eventually, I got my ice, which is all melted, but it's still very, very cold. So it'll be fine until I get to the Airbnb tomorrow. So that's the gum story. Every other line was very slow also, but I had the best knowledge of what was going on my line, which ironically was the express line. These sardines aren't that good. There's a lot of bones in them. I mean, I know they're edible, but they're still annoying. All right, I got I think around 3 hours and 40 minutes left until I get to this one-night Airbnb in central Colorado, and I'll show you the Airbnb. Of course, I'll tell you the price when I get there. I don't remember it, but that's it for now. A little more scenery, Airbnb, and one more can of sardines with bones in it after this. This is the fun part, and by fun I mean really annoying. Despite just passing Vail, which is over 8,000 feet above sea level, like, we're still going uphill for a while. There's going to be a tunnel, and I think the sign right before the tunnel, it's going to be at least 10,000 feet above sea level. So you get to Vail, you think it's the highest point on this drive, and oh no, there's still like 2,000 feet before I kind of start heading down gradually. Tomorrow is going to be pretty flat, but right now it isn't. So I just passed the summit, 10,603 feet above sea level, and the first sign when I got to Vail coming from the west said 8,150. So yeah, it was about another 2,000 I had to drive up, and now I can feel it's going slightly down. All right, in my room, price at the bottom because I don't remember it. Nice house, very nice neighborhood, new neighborhood, northeast of Denver, and I'm pretty tired, so I'm going to sleep tomorrow. Only about 7 hours of driving, but I make it to Council Bluffs.